Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Reynaldo Schelmetty, but you guys can call me Reynamations. Let me take off my headset and on my hat. My hair's a mess. On the bright side, due to the fact that I do not like my job, I will probably be making more videos for you guys. I did start my job like recently, and I didn't like it. It's not for me, but getting down to it, this is another drawing for Inktober. This is supposed to be the chef. I just did like this really nice drawing of a female just holding a plate, and I decided to make it into something else. Now the cake is not supposed to be levitating. This is actually the second rough drawing, if I'm correct. The first rough drawing. Wait, is that the second or the first? That's I think the second. No, that is the first. Okay, this is the second. This is the more improved version. Okay, so that's what I did. I started off with this rough sketch, right? And I liked it. I liked the pose and everything. But I kind of because it started off with like a line of action, like you should. You go into your drawing and then you do like a line of action, and you do kind of like the gesture that you want, and then you kind of like do the shapes that you want, the planes, the ball shape thing that you want. Boom, 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 and then you have the hand and everything like that, and the arm and something like that. Very simple, very rough, getting to the point and everything like that. Then giant head. You want to kind of get the point across where the head is at, where it's facing. Put the cheeks place, ear sort of thing. You want to kind of get the idea, maybe a nose, depending on what sort of angle you have. You vary it. That's essentially what I did. So I did that one, and I liked it. So I did a rougher drawing over it, and then this is what it. It says, except I just fixed up this area right now, just recently. So yeah, there's that. And the cakes were lower. I did this drawing in different layers. As you can see, I did the hair separately, I did the cake separately, and I did the very big rough drawing first. I did this. I was like, you know what, I think I need hair, so I added hair, and I lowered the shoulder a little because I noticed the perspective was slightly off. Also for the breast, it was off, and it followed most of the guidelines except some things. So I just fixed up a little bit in the rough drawing of this one. So I could either use this one or use the other one. But I'm gonna be using the other one because I just fixed up this one too, but I didn't need to fix it. So this is the second rough drawing right here. Let me hide this rough sketch, and I actually added an apron to this layer thing. Where's the apron? I think, is it in the rough? Oh no, this is the wrong layer thing. Okay, this one. So this one has an apron and a chef's hat. So it kind of gives it a more look. And as you could tell, also another thing that you may notice from this drawing and this drawing is that this one looks like it has an earring around this area, and it doesn't have an earring here. That's something I noticed. It was like a mistake or something like that, but I liked it so much that I actually took it and then left it like that, but added an earring in this side so it has much more character. She has earrings because she feels like having earrings. She wants to look nice for her job, and you look nice for your job by dressing up for the job, having the clothing and everything like that. Anyways, let's get down to the drawing. This is gonna be the rough, and then we're gonna be making the much more fine drawing over it. As you can also see, I blocked out the cakes and everything like that because she's supposed to be a chef. So yeah. So first things first, let's start the timer, and I make sure to change the pen to something else. Maybe go to this layer, see whether I like it. Maybe make it darker since it's ink. let's make it black, and let's just zoom in and then start doing details. This is gonna be very simple because of the fact that I have already done most of the drawing. What is going on here? It's like lagging behind for some odd reason. Draw kind of slowly, take my time. Let me take that out. Maybe draw the ear. Get some shapes there if I need to. I don't always need to do all the shapes. Maybe do some hair. The eyes, I could either do them separately to this, but I'm gonna actually just do them here. And just darken it up right here, because you know all of this is supposed to be dark anyway. And as you can see, the eyes look better than what I normally do, which is a result of me actually learning a new technique by going to Michael's and looking at one of their drawing books without actually purchasing it, and you know, looking at some of the ways that they were teaching how to draw. How to draw mainly, you know, eyes and stuff like that. And I saw one technique that I definitely liked, which is when you draw eyes, just start off with like a triangle, and then you know this would be the top, this would be the bottom, and then afterwards, if you erase this portion and this portion and that portion, this will be the eye area. You can do this sort of shape here, and then you know, do like an area right here. Erase this right here and here. You know, make it more round if you want. And then you can put the people if you want. And you know, I like to erase a little bit of it or do this sort of thing. You know, voila, you already got a eyeball. Very simple, and very right to the point. You kind of get to see the eyebrow, and then all of this will obviously get filled in black. Right here will be that area. Maybe the eyebrow will be up here. If you follow the instructions, normally the nose goes across, and then this will end it right there. You want to fade it, you can. You know, and that's pretty much it. It's a very simple technique to do eyes. So if you never known how to do anime eyes, try this technique. Maybe you might like it, maybe you don't like it, and you know, you could let me know if it came in handy. It's not my technique, but it is something that I'm using now, and it definitely came in handy with making this masterpiece of an artwork. I'm just like trying to figure out where to go for some things, where lines to follow, what is how much space some things should have. Erasing some lines, keeping some other lines. Trying to figure out if I'm pressing the right buttons. I'll make sure that you get the right kind of like markings for this, for all of this, the eyebrows area, or eyelashes. It usually gets thicker as it goes down to this area. it gets lighter. Then I'm here. So kind of like that. Maybe I want that eye a little bit higher. Kind of like that. Rotate it a little, maybe. Yeah, that looks fine. And then, add more details. Make sure to put some pressure sometimes. Not too much, because then it throws it off. I think if you put too much pressure, it's kind of like, yeah, that looks nice. What else? How much time do I have? I pretty much wasted almost half the time. Trying to figure out whether I do need some lines and I don't need some other lines. What lines could be kept and what lines have to go. Some of the shapes, the form. Understand some of the ideas behind the shapes. I kind of like the roughness of this brush. I don't know why. So I'm probably gonna go back to it. Yeah, kind of like the roughness of it. Kind of gives it like a nice texture, but at the same time, it's interesting. But I like it, but I want them like smooth lines. See, just thick enough. Yeah, that's thick enough. Okay. Add the neck, maybe some clothing right here. The neck right there. Notice where it does this. The neck also goes somewhere like that. It will do this sort of thing here. The rest will go kind of like that and in. You'll blend up here, depending on how the clothing is. Yeah, the clothing is gonna go across, and then the button is gonna go in and then out and up. As you can see, the vest also does this sort of thing. This kind of goes with the perspective this and having, and like something like that. Maybe forward and then across. Some wrinkles, some folds. Very big line. I want to make the outside lines thick, which is very simple to do. But I don't want the inside lines to be thick. Okay. I want the defining lines of the shape to be kind of thick, not the inside lines of the hand and everything like that. Because of the perspective, it kind of gets bigger, kind of like if you drew a cylinder right there. It kind of would do that sort of round shape, and it goes bigger. Not too big like that, because it's gonna be the crust of the food, pie or cake or whichever one you want to call it. I'm wearing the headset to make sure I can hear it, but I haven't heard anything to play something. Oh wow, wait! If you guys like the music, you should check out the artist behind it. I left the description in the comments, and not in the I left his name in the comments. I don't have the direct link to this video itself, but I left the artist, so I'm essentially giving credit. Which is what he wanted. The artist himself wanted. He just wanted to get credit for his work, which I am giving him credit. I'm not gonna take credit for someone else's hard work. That'll be kind of wrong. I'm stealing. Okay. And, you know, give reference to the line, give reference to that line there, and something like this. It gets rounded about, and something like that. I want to make sure that that is thicker, so it looks like it's obviously higher to a certain extent. What else? The plate. I'm trying to draw everything in the same layer, and I'm gonna be rough about it. I don't want to, have to do this drawing all over again. To be honest with you, but if I end up drawing it again, that would kind of suck. What else? Maybe make this smaller. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Erase all of this area. I'm trying to be a perfectionist for a drawing that I'm not even finished with, not even like half of it finished. So I'm probably gonna be doing overtime with this drawing. Sadly, I didn't want to do overtime. I actually kind of wanted to do all the drawings today that I'm missing since it's Halloween, and I didn't get all the drawings done at this point, sadly. But you know what? Maybe I'll have to make it into a time-lapse video for y'all, everybody that's watching. When you do watch it, it'll be like a time-lapse with a bunch of different contents. What else? The apron go above, it go like this. The apron also has to go kind of like around, give reference to the breast. There's another rounded about. I don't want to make it too round because I don't want to sound make any girl out there feel uncomfortable with my drawing. Funny, right? People getting jealous over a drawing that has more breasts because you're stereotyping girls or something. Well, there's plenty of drawings of guys out there too. You don't see us complaining. Ugly looking guys, good looking guys, to other people, to girls. First, at point of view. I'm not complaining. I think it's kind of cool. Feel free to draw whatever the hell you want. Just don't tell me what to draw. Unless you're paying me. Okay, give reference to pants and the shirt that goes from underneath and up. Maybe underneath and up like that. Okay, because I've done most of the rough for this, I can actually, depending on how much of the outline have I done, yeah, I've done most of the outline. Maybe I'll do a bar here. Yeah, I have to draw this right here. I'll get reference to the palm or folds and stuff. It comes in, line across, line going this way. Now I'm following the perspective that I've set in place. It's like an imaginary perspective, but you know what? It gets the point across. And then some sort of cake. Cake is also going to be following this perspective. If you follow the lines across, that's probably going to be the cake right here. Make it bigger. Make sure that the lines are kind of straight, so it's balanced. Make it go across. Following this perspective right here. Maybe the cake will lift up here. Shift, and then make it go across. See where it lands. See where this one lands. Kind of like that. And it looks really nice already. Looks like a really squarish, not rectangular cake. And then afterwards you can add flour that it's supposed to have. I'm not tracing everything, as you can clearly tell. And erasing whatever bits and pieces you don't need from that flour. Maybe some sort of sign. And then have a piece taken off of it. Or you know what? I'll leave it like this. Yeah, that kind of looks nice. Let's go back to the hair since we haven't finished the hair. I think the timer already went out. I'm surprised I didn't hear it. Maybe that was that little beep beep beep. Yeah, just drawing lines essentially at this point, and figuring out whether I like them or not. Fine to me. Refine the lines that I've done prior with the brush to a certain extent, and add extra hair pieces like that. This hair area right here, round it about. An extra one right here, kind of like that. This one. And this one right here. I'm not trying to be perfect with it. I'm trying to be kind of like easily simplified with it. Simplified version of whatever I'm doing. This is gonna be the dark area of it. Maybe not too dark, maybe less. And then have this one be longer. And a little bit right there. I don't know. Like that one. Little spot. Kind of like that. Make sure all the edges are connected. So the last thing we need is the ink not covering up everything, and then I won't be able to do a solid selection around the whole entire object, which is what I want to do. That'll be very simple. Solid selection will require me to painstakingly go through all the little areas, making sure that the outside is completely touching every spot. The plate looks simple. It is touching. That is touching. That is touching. Yep. So far so good. as much detail as I'm getting with that. Maybe all around this area as well. A little bit more. Yeah. Much detail. But it seems like everything's touching. From my point of view. Okay, there it is. Another spot. Yep, everything's touching, so there should be no errors with it. The shape in the chef's hat. Very simple hat. It's gonna be just it's like a cylinder with a bunch of lines heading in whatever perspective the head has a leaning on. Whatever angle the head has a leaning on. Okay. We gotta erase this line because it looks like it went down too low. And this line looks like it went down too low. But it actually didn't. Look, now it's hard to tell. So you don't fix it up, so it's not hard to tell. Mark whatever areas need shading. It's easier that way in the long run. Yeah, that seems to be about right. And then what we could do is that we could take everything, right? Go layer under it, but select everything from the outside, right? Like go into selection. I think it was this one, right? And for some odd reason, it's in a completely different area. It's in the recording screen. I'm gonna bring it over here, and I'm just gonna use the magic wand, select everything around, and press shift and select everything on this side. And as you can see, it doesn't select anything inside of it. Press shift and select everything inside that right there, and it seems about right. Press Control Shift I or Command Shift I, and then afterwards, just gonna take the paint bucket tool. Alright, go to the layer underneath. Pick a color like a medium gray or something out, and then just fill it on. And you can hide it, and voila! This is pretty much the rough drawing. Well, the line work of the rough drawing, the Inktober piece. Very simplistic. You can tell what's going on, and it's clearly a chef. And if you wanted to go into more details, you can go for a layer under it, and then what you can essentially do is do like something like that, and then afterwards do like, I don't know, some perspective drawing or something, right? You need the perspective across, like 2-point perspective is fine, right? Out of it a little. And then afterwards, I'm just gonna be locking it in and using this brush, making it darker, and then just painting things like the 2-point perspective. Maybe make it completely dark, right? Do a layer above it, and then just maybe it'll be best if you can hide everything a little bit. Make sure that the horizon and everything is kind of lower. So bring it lower. Okay. Like that. maybe turn down the opacity on it. And then, you know, go to the layer above it, and then make the lines for everything. You know, it's gotta be very simple. Shelf of some sort. Draw the peak for it. And make sure that everything's all set. And what else? I think it's about right. I think I'm gonna keep it like that. I'll erase all of this area and this area right here too. So I don't need all of this. There's not. Most of this not even gonna be visible. And you can select easily select everything around. Quick selection of the sharp tool and everything. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. And what I'm gonna be doing, going underneath the layer, probably go to the fill tool, and you know, make it slightly darker, and boom, fill it in. And then when you put that the shelf over it, and then you take this shelf in the background, and then you just probably can select everything. I could probably done this one chart back the color for that on a separate layer. It'll be smarter. And boom. And then just merge this two. Fine. Make that visible. Take this shelf, and then what we can do is just move it. So now you're looking at her from a different point of view. You know, looks a lot better, and you can always figure out what you want to do with the coloring. Maybe you want the hair to have its own color, so that's very simple. You just take that brush, go to this, lock it, and do a quick selection of everything that you want to be here, right? I'm doing a very rough selection so you get the point across. Well, so I can get the point across. And you know, after I do the selection, which should have been done with this selection to it actually. That. It's a very quick selection. And then afterwards I take this brush, right? And then I could check whether it's painting outside, which is not, and then I just paint it on inside. I will not be using the fill tool because what happens is, like, if you use the fill tool, it will fill in everything that you might not want filled in. like the outside of the area. It's kind of like if you're masking, essentially. By doing this sort of technique. And if you don't want the earrings, like I don't want the earrings to get colored, I could just color around them. And I obviously want the eyebrows to get colored, so and the eyes also to get colored. Now the only thing separating between this you know, the lips, eyes, and hair is, you know, one tone shading difference. And you can do a lot with just one tone shading difference. Similar to what I'm doing right now, which is very simplistic, very simplified version of what the shape is. If I don't want one tone, I get the other just easily, right? What is this monster? This monster not supposed to be there, so I'm just gonna quickly erase this one because it throws away from the picture majorly. You're not supposed to be there. It's just like extras. And let's see, that's part of this drawing. Must have been like a glitch or something. Let's see, hopefully that didn't mess that up. Just it had messed that up. Go to this layer, make sure to erase little and there. And I forgot to erase this area right here. Yeah, you're just going from one color to the other. Very simple. Locking it, making sure everything's like that. Maybe you want to go for a slightly lighter shade for the clothing, so you do that. You do the slightly lighter shading for all the clothing. Gotta be very simplistic. Because this Inktober is supposed to be done fast, but because this is a more detailed piece, obviously I'm taking longer. I will not be doing the rest of the pieces this time around, like right away, but I will be doing them as soon as I can. Sadly, I didn't finish off all my Inktober pieces on time, but it's better late than never, right? This is kind of hard to do when you start working, and most of the time that you get off of work, you don't have the energy to do what is required for you to finish off this sort of thing, this sort of drawing. Yeah. Josh, I think John and you'll call him right away. You heard him? Oh, he's wearing headsets. So he didn't even hear me either. Yeah. We're gonna take this colors, you know, fill in the areas that you want to fill in. I just want to fill in that area. And I want this pants to be slightly lighter. So like something like that. And then I just pick all this and I just fill it in like this. Now I'm not filling it all in because what I'm gonna be doing is afterwards hiding this. And because I have this area pretty much masked out, like separated, I can easily use the paint bucket tool and or a selection tool, and then select that, and then use the paint bucket, fill it in, deselect it, and voila, it is perfectly filled in. You can kind of see the overall shape of it just by the color alone, but and you know, I kind of like the lips, but they kind of seem distracting. Maybe I'll do them this one chart color for all of it, because they can't be too dark, but they also have to be brighter than usual. That works. Making sure I get the right kind of shading. Cool. Boom. Kind of like it transitions in shading. It varies the shading. Maybe this is also going to be used for lights. So this area right here is going to have lights. Right there and there. Maybe this area too. And this. And maybe this area right here. Seems like that spot seems way too light in color and shade. I mean, yeah, that looks a lot better. What else? Let's make the cake really stand out. Make it white all throughout this area. And then after I select it, there's just such a small section I could use it. It probably is faster to just quickly use the selection tool, the magic wand, and then just flip it out on. I choose to do this. Make it darker, because that's what the color's gonna be darker. And, I'm just using different tones of gray at this point to get different variations and different sense of different materials and different stuff. Maybe slightly darker and then pass it around some of the edges. Not like all of this maybe gets shaded, and if that's the case, I press on this and then it gets slightly darker. All of this area gets slightly shaded also. Fill it in. And voila. That looks nice. Looks really beautiful. Okay, make it slightly darker and go for the crust right here. Crust is gonna be a completely different shade than everything else. She's obviously dark skin, but not too dark skin. The character herself. Just the cake itself is lighter. Take this shade and then just put it all throughout this cake. This one's gonna be very simplified. It's gonna have very simple shading. I'm not trying to go very masterpiece work all over it like I usually do. And go for a very bright color shade, and then do that. Maybe also do the plate with this other form of shading. And then also do a shadow for the plate over here. Something like that. Maybe make it bright. The plate itself. I'm not sure if the plate has like the color from the background, or if it has like the color from the object. The thing colored prior. Okay, that seems about right. What else? Natural shading, shadow for wrinkles here and there. Shadows for wrinkles here and there. Shaded areas, more darker. This area right here. More darker. I can't really tell what's going on. And yeah, voila, the masterpiece is done. Other than bringing this whole entire tags and then bringing it all the way up there. Seems like it's gonna take me a little while to go up. Okay. Seems to have gone up pretty high. Okay. Then layer lock it. What I'm gonna do is go for a very bright white and then just color the Sketchbook Pro, because I can't really see it. And if I can't see it, it's no good. And neither can I see this Inktober 2020. Inktober 2020, what I can do is just go one layer under it and then just paint what's right here. And voila. Inktober 2020. Get out of that Sketchbook Pro and then Reynamations, like the channel is. This drawing took a lot longer than I was expecting, but that is normal for me, because usually when I do a very refined drawing where the character has a lot of details that normally I wouldn't include unless I'm doing a very stylized and also very detailed drawing, like this one is. It takes a lot longer. Obviously didn't go in depth with a lot of the things, but I did it very rough, so it is easy to get the point across. You can tell it's a chef by the hat, by the fact that it's giving you food, and that's it. Thank you for joining me for today's drawing. If you did like it, leave a like. If you disliked it for any reason, leave a dislike. Let me move the camera down so you guys can see me a little. If you want to leave a comment down below whether if you really enjoyed this drawing or anything like that, or you want her to serve you food, leave a comment.